Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing an acrylic overlay. I know this is a Valentine's Day set, but I want to focus on the acrylic overlay. So first thing first, if you haven't watched one of my videos on my acrylic overlays, I do recommend that you go ahead and watch that so I can show you guys how to prep. In this video I already have prepped her nails, which is just sanding it with sanding her nail bits with the sanding band and removing all the shines off the nail. And if you have your client need cuticle work, then you do the cuticle work. But I'm using Young Nails Protein Bond. Before I use the Young Nails Protein Bond, I always clean the nails off with Young Nails Swipe to remove all the dust and also to dehydrate the nails. So right now I have my Young Nails Protein Bond. I'm going to apply this to the nail 2 times. The acrylic I'm going to be using is from Valentino and it's pretty as pink. And the monomer I have is from Young Nails. And I like to just go ahead and make sure I drench my brush into the monomer, tap it. And I like to go in with drier beads than wet beads because I feel like when you're doing an acrylic overlay, you want to have full control over the beads. So I kind of like place that bead in the middle of the nails and then I push it into the cuticle area, and if I need to add an extra bead, then I will go ahead and do it. But like I said, you want to work with dry beads so that way you can really focus on molding the acrylic and you have full control over it. If the bead is too runny and it's not dry, like if you see I moved it and it was super like it wasn't ready to be molded, it wasn't ready to be moved. So when it's like that, you want to make sure you just take your time, let the acrylic dry for a little bit. And another thing I do is I add like 2 or 3 drops of acetone into my monomer so that way my acrylic can dry a lot faster than they would normally do. I do recommend that you do that so that way you have full control over your beads. Doing acrylic overlay to me is like doing the acrylic overlay on your toes. So me being the nail tech that does hands and feet, is so much easier for me to do acrylic overlays. Acrylic overlay is no nail tip, no forms. Well, if you want to use a form, you can use a form. But me, I don't use forms. I feel like it's just so much easier for me to just do it on your natural nails without using a form. But really, you just going based off the nail length your client have. As you can see, her nail is not that long. I have had clients that did acrylic overlays and they're pretty long. Hers is, you know, it's short, but I did want to add a little extra length to it, so I did kind of stretch the acrylic out a little bit so that way it doesn't look super short. And then I also have to file it and everything. And another thing, you guys, when I do my acrylic overlay, I like it to look natural. So I try not to add too much acrylic. And even if I do add too much acrylic, then I go ahead and drill it down. You don't want it to be super thin where it's going to break in 2 days. But then you also don't want it to be super thick where it's going to look like she have a nail tip on her hand and it's not going to look more natural. The acrylic overlay is meant to be more on a natural side than just having a big thick bulky nail. And then of course they're already super short, so you don't have to worry about no big old high apex and everything. So I like to make sure it's flush, the cuticle area is nice and flush, the sidewalls are nice and flush, and it's not just all over her skin. I mold the acrylic, I shape it into the shape I like for her to have. It's so much easier when you take your time with this. You cannot rush it, because if you rush it, then you're going to end up picking up bigger beads. And then you're going to end up messing up the whole thing. And it's really all about the acrylic. So just take your time when you're doing the acrylic overlay, because it's no nail tip. And then you don't want to take so much time when you're shaping the nail and when you're filing the nail, because it's supposed to be quicker than doing nail tips. And you guys can feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. I know this is like a Valentine's Day set. Like I said, I was supposed to have been post this, but I got super busy over the Valentine's Day week. So I don't know. I be feeling like y'all be kind of scared to ask me stuff in the comments. Like, I don't know why y'all scared and shy. Like, I'm a real cool person. If you ask me a question, I try to get to everyone's comment. I don't mind doing anything to teach you guys how to really do nails. And that's why I created my YouTube channel, just so I can teach other beginners how to do nails. I love when I get the comments on how do I do this and how do I do that. I just really do. I do enjoy what I do, and I love helping others that want to be taught. I do offer nail classes, but I feel like you do not have to do a nail class unless you're just one of them persons that don't know how to, that's hands-on, that don't know how to watch a YouTube channel and do what you see on the video. If you are the type of person that need to be hands-on, then I do recommend that you do a nail class. But then I also strongly recommend, if you're thinking about doing nails, watch a couple of videos on nail videos and try it yourself before you go and pay hundreds of dollars for a class. I believe that we can do anything we put our mind to. If you put your mind to learning how to do nails, I'm pretty sure you can do it. I put my mind to learning how to do nails, and I did it. I did end up doing a nail class, which later on I felt like I really didn't have to do it, but I did learn a lot of what, I don't live with regret, so I can't lie. I did learn a lot from the nail class, but I felt like maybe if I would have just, I could have saved some coins if I would have just watch YouTube videos. And then now it's so easier because you have TikToks. A lot of nail techs are putting their work out on TikTok and not gatekeeping and telling you how to do nails. And then there's a lot of nail techs that you could just probably hit them up in the DM like, hey, how you do this? Or, hey, where did you get this from? Some people may respond, some people may not. There's a lot of people that may gatekeep. And if they don't, just ask another nail tech. I'm pretty sure if you ask someone, they're going to tell you. Like me, I have had plenty of beginner nail techs that message me like, oh my God, where did you get your charms from? Or where did you get your nail tips from? And I have no problem with telling them, because I feel like in this world it's no sense of us gatekeeping anything, because at the end of the day, it was made for all of us. We all have those clients that want certain things, and why keep it a secret? It's nails. It's not that serious. I personally, I don't mind helping people. I created my channel just to help people out there. And of course, I have other reasons why I created my channel, but one of my go-to reasons is because I wanted to help people to learn. Because when I was trying to learn how to do nails, I'm not gonna lie, I was on YouTube day and night watching millions of videos. And that's how I learned how to do what I was doing. So when I decided to make my channel, I was like, somebody help me. One of those videos I watched, it actually helped me to the point where I was like, okay, I got it. Now I finally know how to pick up an acrylic bead. Like, now I know how to shape nails. Of course, it came with practice, but it also came with me watching a lot of people do different nail sets. And people do nails different. You may like the way I do nails. You may like the way another nail tech do nails. And you can learn from both of us. I don't feel like it's a competition thing, especially if I see an upcoming nail tech, because you're going to reach your own audience and I'm going to reach my own audience. So it doesn't really matter. Some people think it as, oh, they're going to steal your clients. No, having another nail tech in this world is not going to hurt anybody. If anything, I'm so happy that it's so much more nail techs, because women like to, become hairstylists and makeup artists and stuff like that. But I'm happy that it's more nail techs out here. It's more as a gang of us, y'all, and we got to stick with it together. Like, we got to be in this together. No cap. Like, we have to stick together. And I don't mind teaching you guys. Any questions you guys have, just comment down below. So now I'm going to use my fine bit that I got from Kiara Sky. And I'm just going to go ahead and shape up the nails. I try not to go too much underneath the nail. Only where I see where I extended the acrylic at. So that way I don't cause any damage to her natural nail, because it is an overlay. And you do not want to thin out the person's natural nail. So I just only put the drill bit where the length of where I stretch the acrylic out at, if that's what makes sense, because you don't want it to look super thick underneath it, because you did stretch the acrylic out to make it look a lot longer than what her actual nails is. So trust me, when I'm doing this, I am not touching their natural nail, because it's like, what's the sense of doing the overlay if my nail's not even gonna grow because you're cutting it in the bottom? So I make sure I don't touch their nails. So right here, I'm just going to draw a little Xoxo and some hearts. Like I did say, it was a Valentine's Day set. So don't beat me up for putting this video out a little late. And I just really wanted you guys to see my acrylic overlay application. That's why I really decided to put this video out. And just because I just did one little design on here, I just wanted to just show this part so you guys can see. I know Valentine's Day is over. Don't be in the comments saying, oh, Valentine's Day is over. I know. Okay, obviously I know. I just wanted to put this out. And I have a quick question for you guys. When you're doing your Valentine's Day nails, when do you get your Valentine's Day nails? Like in the beginning of February, the ending of January? Because I feel like getting Valentine's Day nails past the week getting Valentine's Day nails the week of Valentine's Day is crazy. It's no sense to me. I just feel like Valentine's is already there. Like, why are you gonna still be walking around with Valentine's Day nails? You might as well just get it towards the ending of January, and then the beginning of February you have your nice little Valentine's Day set, so that when Valentine's Day come, you had your nails on for 3 weeks. After the last week of Valentine's, that last week, you should be getting a whole new set to get into the next. We should be getting into spring sets. I don't know. Y'all comment down below and let me know if what I'm saying makes sense. Because I had so much clients want to get their nails done on Valentine's Day or the day before Valentine's Day. It's just kind of like, Valentine's Day over? Like, why you want to get this Valentine's Day set? You're going to walk around with Valentine's Day nails when it's already over. Even with like Christmas, I always recommend that you guys get it before each holiday, so that way you can enjoy the day of the holiday, and then afterwards get ready for the next. So I'm going to go ahead and top coat the nail and then let my client cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. The top coat I'm using, I believe this is the Model 1 top coat. I can't really remember. I believe this is Model 1 top coat. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to let it cure for 60 seconds. And then this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. Bye.